the shadows.
In the small, isolated town of Ravenswood, an eerie fog rolls in every night, bringing with it a chilling darkness and mysterious occurrences. The townspeople have grown accustomed to the unsettling atmosphere, but they are about to be thrust into a nightmare they could never have imagined. The town of Ravenswood was nestled in a valley surrounded by thick woods and a quiet river. The townspeople had grown accustomed to the oddity that plagued their nights, the eerie fog that rolled in as the sun dipped below the horizon. It had been happening for as long as anyone could remember, casting an otherworldly chill upon the streets. Alex had moved to Ravenswood to escape a past that had left scars both seen and unseen. The small, tight-knit community seemed like the perfect place to start anew. He settled into a cozy cottage on the outskirts of town, looking forward to a quiet life. But on his first evening, as the fog slinked in, Alex felt a shiver crawl down his spine. It was at the local library where Alex met Mr. Granger, the town's librarian. He was a man of advanced age, with deep lines etched into his face, reminiscent of the grooves in ancient tree bark. Over a cup of tea, he shared stories of Ravenswood's history, the legends of ghosts and mysterious disappearances that had become local lore.
The fog, you see,
Mr. Granger began, his voice a hushed whisper.
It brings with it more than just darkness. It carries the whispers of the past, of things long gone.
As nights passed, Alex couldn't shake off the feeling that he was being watched. In the middle of the fog's arrival, whispers seemed to swirl in the wind, voices carrying fragments of sentences that sent shivers down his spine. It was as if the fog itself was trying to communicate, a chilling thought that Alex tried to push aside. One evening, while walking through the fog-shrouded streets, Alex heard a faint voice whisper his name. Startled, he turned to find no one in sight. Heart racing, he quickened his pace, but the voice persisted, growing louder and more insistent.
Alex, beware. Darkness comes.
The voice hissed, barely audible over the rustling leaves. Days turned into weeks, and the whispers grew more frequent. They mentioned townspeople by name and seemed to predict bizarre accidents that befell those same individuals. Alex tried to convince himself it was mere coincidence, but doubt crept in, gnawing at his sanity. Desperation drove Alex to research the town's history further. In the dusty corner of the library, he stumbled upon an old journal. It belonged to a researcher who had visited Ravenswood decades ago. The journal spoke of malevolent spirits that had been trapped between worlds, using the fog as a conduit to seek vengeance for a long-forgotten injustice. As Alex read, a sense of unease settled upon him. The journal revealed that the townspeople had sealed away the spirits using a ritual that had been conducted for generations but was slowly being forgotten. The more he delved, the clearer it became that the fog was a portal for the vengeful spirits, their power growing stronger as the seal weakened. Alex felt a responsibility to uncover the truth and put an end to the terror that had gripped Ravenswood. Armed with newfound knowledge, Alex rallied a group of friends to help him decipher the ritual. Together, they scoured ancient texts, piecing together fragments of instructions that had been passed down through generations. The ritual required items of great personal significance to the spirit's victims and a place where the fog was at its thickest. As they prepared for the ritual, the fog grew denser, seeping into their dreams and twisting their perceptions. Shadows danced at the edges of their vision, and eerie apparitions manifested in the corners of their eyes. The town's atmosphere became tense as the spirit's influence over the townspeople intensified. Fearful eyes darted around and murmurs of unease echoed through the streets. The clock ticked louder, each second a countdown to a showdown with the malevolent forces that lurked within the fog. The night of the ritual arrived, and the fog was thicker than ever, swirling around the chapel like a sinister shroud. Alex and his friends stood in a circle, clutching the items they had gathered. The incantation trembled on their lips as they chanted the words that would strengthen the seal and restore balance. But as the last syllable echoed in the air, the fog erupted into a swirling vortex. An otherworldly scream pierced the night, causing the group to stagger. Apparitions of the vengeful spirits materialized, their forms twisted and contorted by pain and rage. They howled and screeched, their voices a cacophony that rattled the earth. In a heart-pounding battle of wills, the group fought to maintain their focus and complete the ritual. The spirits lashed out with ethereal tendrils, their energy crackling through the air like lightning. It was a battle not just of magic, but of resolve, a battle to free the town from the clutches of darkness. With a final surge of determination, the ritual succeeded. The spirits were once again sealed away, the chapel's ancient walls glowing with a pale light as the seal solidified. But the town lay in ruins, the buildings scarred by the spirit's wrath, the streets empty and silent. Many lives had been lost, and the survivors emerged with haunted eyes, forever changed by the horrors they had witnessed. Alex knew that despite their victory, the town's wounds would take time to heal. As they drove away from Ravenswood, the fog lifted, revealing the town in a state of eerie calm. The fog had returned to its usual enigmatic self, and the sun broke through the clouds, casting a bittersweet light on the town's scars. As Alex left behind the town that had become both sanctuary and battleground, he couldn't shake off the feeling that the darkness would forever be a part of him, lurking just beneath the surface.